Music Talk Monday. We back.
I'm P-Noy, still back to Yanks. Bubbling up in Keloid, my boy, he got a kick. My Anthony ain't got no recoil.
Welcome back to Music Talk Monday. Just to let y'all know, BoomKingMusic.com is up and running. Yeah, I have control over the streams. I have control over the downloads. I got the merch set up. Everything is functioning pretty well. I will be updating people that leave emails and join or subscribe to the site. I'll keep everybody updated with a whole lot of stuff, trust me. I'm not going to get into that right now, but make sure that you go onto BoomKingMusic.com. Leave your email. You know what I'm saying? You can go on there and listen to the music, or you can download the music. Get yourself a t-shirt. Do what you got to do. But nonetheless, check the blogs out. You know what I mean? So today, I'm going to show you why through Curtis King. Shout out to him, man. Straight DIYer, you know what I mean? But the clips that I have from Curtis King is going to show y'all why it's important to have your own .com and to also do the direct-to-consumer thing, because you're not selling what you have for half than a penny. That's literally what's going on. They convinced everybody to sell that shit for half of a penny. Meanwhile, you can get $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 for your product. For real, like, why would you shortchange yourself like that? It don't make sense to me. So, I mean, keep your stuff on streaming. It's a good way to have people reference you. It's a good way to have people know that you out there, that you moving, you feel me? But outside of that, you set the price for your music. We are the algorithm. I'm not trying to appease no damn robot. I'm not trying to appease no AI algorithm. None of that shit. It don't have nothing to do with me. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. So, you want music from me? Go to my site, you know what I'm saying? We can build, we can exchange ideas, so forth and so on. You know what I mean? Leave your comments and all that. Share the link, share everything. Yeah, for real. But I'm gonna let Curtis King do his thing, man. Shout out to Ronnie and man. You know what I'm saying? Man, 26 is gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Born Devon has another project coming out. So you'll see that right there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Pretty interesting year for the 26. Direct to consumer. That's what it's about. I mean, you're going to spend all that time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even going to say it. Just promote your own shit, man. They convince people, oh, you got to do it this way. Don't nobody want to buy CDs, DVDs, or vinyl. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want tapes. But they got flash drives out here. And then on top of that, you can go to the site. My site is registered with SoundScan, Billboard. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's all legit. You just getting it from me. You don't have to go to Spotify. You can go through me. You don't have to go through Apple. You can go through me, even though it's up there. But I prefer you to come to my site. You know what I mean? And hopefully, and I realized something, talking to my man Nick Soprano, like, the type of information that I'm putting out here isn't for everybody, and that's a good thing. It's only for a selected few, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, if you about your business and you really trying to, you know what I mean, get all your capital, get all your money without having a middleman, be a business, you know what I'm saying? Then this is the channel for you. I'm not doing nothing else other than trying to help people build themselves up to become independent, and then, you know, you just move from there. Can't tell you what to do with your money, but you'll have a flow. You know what I'm saying? So outside of that, man, I'm gonna let Curtis King, like I said, explain to y'all how it makes all the sense in the world, yo. Like, on some real shit, we are the algorithm. That other shit, man, all we using social media for at this point is just to market. We don't need it to help get streams, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Just need some emails, bro. You know what I mean? Emails is the hot commodity. That's a jewel for y'all. You know what I mean? Emails, that's the hot commodity, yo. So without further ado, Curtis King. Peace, y'all.
Course are direct to consumer. Now, what the hell, Curtis King, is direct to consumer? Selling your music, yes, selling, not streaming, selling your music, merchandise or services directly to your fans without relying on middlemen like record labels, streaming platforms, or retailers. It's about building a direct connection with your audience, owning your customer relationships and data, and keeping more control and profit from your work. Heavy on the last point. Independent artists, talk to me. How has it been over the last X amount of years, especially as some of these DSPs like Spotify get more aggressive about not paying you? For some of you, you've been able to flip a profit through streaming. Salute to you for figuring that out. Salute to you pitching yourself to different playlists and getting some love there and being able to turn that into profit. You are a walking miracle, because doing that off of 0.03 per stream is insanity to me. Especially when I myself feel like the value that you bring to these platforms, your ability to drive traffic, to have what is considered here on YouTube watch time and retention, your ability to keep butts as subscribers on these platforms through your music is an amazing feat. But see, for me, that's another reason why it's unfair for platforms like Spotify to create threshold systems in which you need to reach this amount of streams before you end up getting paid, or to even take down your music. I know that's happened to so many of you, and I hate that that's happened to the work that you've been putting in. It's a shame that it feels like you have artists that have to figure out so many other means outside of the very thing that makes us care about them, their art, their music, to make money. But this is why direct-to-consumer is so important to independent artists today and moving forward. Now, I was first introduced to the term direct-to-consumer through artists like Ryan Leslie, through Prince, who took his music down from streaming in 2015, through Nipsey Hussle, who obviously found his success through the Marathon brand, and even being able to be direct-to-consumer with his merch. Tech Nine is another person that has been able to do direct-to-consumer. These are artists that have figured out, if you want to be a successful independent artist, you are also going to have to be committed to being successful in business. I know that's icky to so many of you, but stay with me. There's a reason why we choose to go direct to consumer. Let me give you an idea. Spotify was probably more independent than I was, even though I prided myself on doing everything myself, DIY, right? Mixing and mastering myself, producing myself, right? I take pride in all that. Reality of it is, they had a more independent business than I did because I was dependent upon them in order to get paid. But what would happen if I was able to put together a project on my penny, and I was able to take care of things like the listening experience for my audience, take care of things like mailing out my CDs and vinyls for those who still buy and partake in that, which is a lot more people than what you probably are expecting. What if even I did shows from home, which is something I did. I sold $400 worth of tickets from this very room, doing a live private show, performing my new music. When I tell you that this is the era that DIY is so possible, oh, it's so possible. And this channel intends to do more videos to help you maneuver that out. So in December of 2023, I released a project called Storm Symphony. When I released that project, I was on a lot of momentum. People were with me. They said, hey, we really, truly believe that there's another route, and direct to consumer may be that. Now, what that was going to look like for me was going to be selling it off of CurtisKing.com. But then I was made aware of a company called Even. Even reached out, and we were able to collaborate on my project and do sort of a pseudo direct to consumer. Because I don't consider it direct to consumer if I'm going through another website in order to go direct to my fans. There's a more direct way, which is from me. But with that said, the story will go on that I was able to sell $4,000 worth of music in exchange for different tiers and rewards. That's Even system. And it did really well. Now, keep in mind that $4,000 that I made in that 2-week period, didn't have to wait 3 to 6 months like most streaming platforms do, would have been 1 million plus streams that I would have had to get in order to get that 4,000. Isn't that ridiculous? But that's the state of things on streaming. It's their business. Guess how many people it took for me to get to that 4,000? 135 people. I had 8 to 9 people that were willing to pay $100 each for this album because they believed in the music. They believed in the idea. Storm Symphony did well, but it also brought to the attention that I need to make sure anything that I do moving forward as an independent artist is not only direct to consumer, but I also have full access to my data, my customers, and it's not dependent upon another platform. So,
all right, we about to get into these shout outs. You feel me? Jay Watts was good. Daily Vision, Locker Room ENT, BMG was good. Bag Life, yo, Born Divine, Indie Boom, Wu-Tang Management, Protect Your Neck Records, DJ DC Hollywood, Rest in Power, my guy. Bag Life, Bag Life Dynasty, Sonya Davis, Taylor BTV was good, Queen, Baltimore, Tia Tuesdays, Bag Life Shirts, A-Ville was good, fam, Jimmy Mills was good, fam, Kick Across was good, my man Danny, Ayo T was good, Nick Soprano was good, Brandon Iron Temple was good, fam, Neef, Coda, Holla at me, DJ Main, DJ Frank Cola, Wisdom Beats, Sean Torre, Colada, Dr. Dunny, Multi Mega, Singar Superior, Young Damo, Mr. Diesel Fuel TV, Street Legal Entertainment, All the Villains, Amon, Ricky Jacobs, GQ was good. Shouts out, peace to everybody, you feel me? Hey yo, we gotta keep it moving, protect the gate, we gotta gatekeep, all that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the villains once again, we out.
Bag Life Villains, nigga.